Metal Heart, the 10-man Tim Scruggs, and who's in the ring right now with the long hair, the blue and the black, and his tag team partner, the Kamikaze Kid, James Dudley, the one with the do-rag on the outside of the ring. They are Metal Heart, and they are challenging the champions, Dirty White Boy #1 and Dirty Blade. And Blade, honorary Dirty White Boy. And I'm telling you, it could not have picked for Dirty White Boy 2 was injured earlier in a match, had a concussion, among other things. I guess to where his winky wink in a sling now. But anyway, we got Blade stepping in for him, and it's all right. We've got everything's been worked out with the contracts and all this. The Metal Heart agreed to it. That's the main thing, that they could substitute since there was an injury. And Blade is a good replacement. Blade probably in the SWA has held tag titles longer than any other wrestler, and with multiple partners all the way back to the SWA days. And even though he took a hiatus, the VFW days, even though he took a hiatus for a while, let's see, held the titles a good part of 3 years with Hot and Dangerous, Dale Dangerous and Hot Shot John Watts. That was Blade. And then he's held it with Kid Scorpion numerous times. He's held it with Jailbird. Held the titles with numerous partners. So he is a worthy substitute. So don't worry about that. You're going to get your money's worth here. James Dudley, the Kamikaze Kid, in there now against the Dirty White Boy, #2. Taking him down with an arm lock. This is an old school wrestling move right here. He's controlling Dudley right now. He did not pull his hair, he pulled his do-rag. And you've got 4 wrestlers in here, great tag team wrestlers, a lot of high fly action going on. 10-man Tim Scruggs just had his 60th birthday. Doesn't look a day over 40. Look at him perched up there. Boom. Dudley managed to get out of that and put a foot in White Boy's face. Buck Fargo said no timeout, get back in the ring. Some of the fans are taunting White Boy over here, counting on him. Getting everybody back in the ring.
All righty, Rusty. What happened? Anything happened?
We're just going back and forth here. White Boy had control of Dudley, and then Dudley got out of that control. 10-man Dudley tagged 2 or 3 times, and Blade and White Boy have not tagged yet.
Oh, double hip toss there by Metal Heart.
I explained Blade's credentials as a tag team partner and champion, and why he's a worthy opponent, and how we worked everything out contractually to make this illegal, mostly because Metal Heart said we'll do it. We want to win the titles, not give them to us. So there's a nice little heel kick, or wheel kick, as I prefer to call it.
Well, Dirty White Boy #1 down at the hospital with concussion. I thought maybe it was a winky wink problem.
Somebody told me he's going to have to wear his winky wink in a sling. Tim Miner, I had you a Tootsie Roll Pop.
Oh, I know. I bought 4.
You didn't want it because it's chocolate. Okay, I know how you are.
I didn't know you never.
You don't like dark chocolate.
You never did say it was for me, so.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well,
That's
here,
fine.
this is for you.
You can have it. I got 4.
Maybe we should offer Blade one. This is Blade's first trip in and first trip down. And once again, if you're going to say dirty white boy, there is not a dirty white boy than Blade. Incoming! Boom!
Oh, wow. Nice leg drop there.
In the ropes, I am torn, to say the least. I've got some of my favorite wrestlers here. Everybody should know how I feel about the Tin Man and Dudley and Metal Heart. And if you don't know, Blade has been my champion for a long time. Once again, and then I followed the Gangsters, Dirty White Boy 2's career for the past 15 years. I'm torn. Whoever wins will be worthy to beat either one of these teams.
By the Tin Man Tim Scruggs.
Oh, wake up, white boy!
I saw the Lightning Tin Man Tim Scruggs. It was Lightning Tim Scruggs back then. Back at the old National Guard Armory in Gallatin, Tennessee, on Southwater Avenue. When Tennessee Tiny wrestled there.
Is Commissioner George Babe and George Babe there?
I believe so.
They usually were together.
There was a guy by the name of Fireball Woody. And I'd say the Tin Man would have had to been
16 when he started.
16 years old, because I was about 16 years old when I went over to watch it.
Yeah, he was around 16, I think, for his first match.
Of course, you couldn't understand what they were saying.
There's a tag. Incoming! Banzai!
Back then, they didn't have the technology we have as far as music and, sound equipment like we do now.
Well, the wrestlers didn't enter into music. They didn't come in. You remember? That's the way. That's a new thing. That's something Jimmy Hart started in Memphis. All the entrance music. In that era, that time period, back in the 80s. Before that, you just announced the guy to come out. Occasionally, he'd come out with a fanfare. You had somebody like a Ric Flair came out more flamboyant. Oh, there's a low blow. See, I'm telling you, they don't get any dirtier than Blade. He can wrestle. He can cheat. And he prefers to cheat. He stomped him right in the lower abdomen. That's the way you ground a Dudley. Dudley might not pull his do-rag off. They've used it a lot against him tonight. See the elevation. There's the teamwork of the white boys. Then you and here's an arm stretcher, but it's working on the neck as well. It's a reverse arm stretcher. Usually you put one foot in the rib cage and one on the side of the head. But white boy had it in a tight position.
Blade is the current reigning AWF heavyweight champion. We haven't had a show in.
He's my champion.
How many years?
A lot, 10. Yeah, I think at least it's been over 8.
We closed the doors. He was heavyweight champion.
But Blade has held every championship belt here, too, in SWA. Blade, all of these guys are such good workers. Guys you can depend on to give a show.
Let me check the time on this.
Here we go. What we're going to do, going to work on a knee. Once again, ground to Dudley. That seems to be the plan. If you can ground Dudley, you gain an advantage. Well, folks, that the referee, Buck Fargo. Years, if you were an avid follower of the SWA, and is back before we were on, before we did filming, before we did YouTube, etc. He was quite the competitor in SWA and throughout Kentucky. But he was he did everything the Star Brothers and Dudley could do. What can I say? And he's a little bit, and he's bigger than them. And he just, I was talking to him earlier tonight, and he said, yeah, when I get in that ring, I just go wild. And that's exactly what he did. And here's one thing. The white boys like to hurt a man. And Dudley is a man, and he's getting hurt. There you go, a little stomp to the head. Boy, bends that leg. I'd like to make a prediction. I do not see too much high flying in Dudley's future, particularly tonight. Once again, Blade, the master of misdirection. We're gonna crank that leg around. Figure four, right there. Oh, a lot of stank leverage on that. Gonna put the stank on it and gonna stand on his throat. So Dudley's trying to breathe. Dudley's trying to, well, he forget about that leg pain. Right in the middle of the ring, gonna pin him. Come on, ref. 1, 2, kick out by Dudley. Hard to pin Dudley. There's no dying him. He's like that cat with 9 lives. There's a tag. White boy 2 comes in. Irish whip. Big double elbows. Once again, beautiful. These guys, this is a good tag team. Of course, we're missing White Boy 1, but once again, this is fine. The fans are not going to miss anything in action. And of course, our thoughts and prayers go out to the injured Dirty White Boy, number 1. Looks like to me Dudley's tapping out, but nobody wants to hear that. And I don't, once again, it's hard for me to say who wins. Oh, yeah! That's the 10! Dudley has done the impossible. He reversed that double backdrop and turned it into a double DDT, bonking both their noggins on the mat. If he could just get up and get a tag for the 10-man. Is there a tag in Dudley's future? I don't know if he's going to be flying tonight, folks, but he is going to be tagging. And if he gets, there it is. There it is. The match may be over right now. We may have new champions. In comes the 10-man. Fist flying. And once again, this is not the first time the 10-man and Blade have faced each other. Here we go, double team. Train wreck right in the middle of the ring. What are we going to do now? You get one, I'll get the other. Blade goes out. 10-man remembers the legal man. And Blade's a legal man, I believe. Yeah, I think that's correct. So the 2 men that are legal are outside the ring. Oh, yeah! Buck Fargo caught one in the head. That's the 10. Anytime a referee catches it, we live it. So we're calling for the super kick. Boom! There's your big super kick by Dudley to White Boy. 1, 2. In comes Jason. And he's counted 3.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Jason
the winners
Lewis
of the match
has
by
counted
pinfall,
to 3.
the 10-man Jim Scruggs and James Dudley, Metal Heart.
We have got new champions. Got new champions.
Metal Heart got a pinfall win.
No! What happened? No!
He got the 3 count, the winners of the match.
Fargo saying no. Fargo grabbed the belt and said no.
No. Buck Fargo has disqualified Hart. Come on, our belts, give them back. They hit the ropes, we win.
Well, Dudley did put that flying forearm.
Come on,
Jason.
Buck Fargo got hit in the head. Buck Fargo has disqualified Metal Hart. Jason Lewis came out of the count, but Buck Fargo is the legal ref, and it is his decision. So the winners of the match by disqualification, the Dirty White Boy, number 2, and Blade.
Well, good call, because that's exactly what, I'm sorry for Metal Hart, but that's what should have happened. Dudley, I know he didn't mean to. There again, it's Dudley. He might have meant to.
Hey! It's time for you people to learn your voices. Who thinks Metal Hart should be the new SWA Tag Team Champions?
Well, I'd have to say yes, because it didn't matter whether Fargo was out or
now
not.
who thinks
White Boy was out.
the Dirty White Boy and Blade should be?
Well, since they got disqualified for hitting the referee,
those belts are just ornaments you wear around your waist. Everybody knows who the real champions are, and that's Metal Hart.
it don't work.
They are the true champions.
I'd say here's your answer.
Come on now, the match is over.
Fargo tell him to get out of there. Tim Miner tell him to get out of there. Roadkill standing over,
Come on now.
looking on excitedly. We got figure 4 on Dudley, and we got a chokehold going. Jason Lewis looking on, wanting to get in there and kick somebody, I'd say. He'd like to kick Fargo right now. Powder taken.
Running like scalded dogs. We're not running. We just got the brains. And we're still the SWA Tag Team Champions. Whether these bunch of redneck hillbillies like it or not, lump it, live with it, because there ain't nothing you can do about it. Hey, Tim Scruggs, you holler y'all ought to be champions. We can't beat y'all. If it wasn't for Tim Miner, you'd have lost these a month ago. 5 weeks. We beat you every week. Deal with it, boy. You can't